welcome back to my channel. This is actually my third attempt of recording this video. I didn't like the first one, loathed the second time I tried to record this because I felt like I was just rushing. I got too excited and started speaking super duper fast. So I was like, do you know what, just slow it down, Dannii, re-record it and you'll be okay. So I'm going to be doing basically the 24 books I'm looking forward to reading in 2024. A lot of the books I have listed are books, well, it's the first in series, or actually there's not many that's the second or third in a series or whatever. Most of them are the first books because there are a lot of series I really want to read. And I thought, you know what, let's make 2024 that year that I read the series, providing I like the books to start off with, the first ones, and then go from there basically. So as always, I have things written down because I'm not very good at remembering all the ones that I want to read in 2024. So I did make a list and we're just going to go through them. And I know a lot of the books that I have on my list are books that have been around for a little while. People have already read it. The hype may have come and gone. I missed that, so but that doesn't matter to me. It means there's lots and lots of books that once I've read these, there's going to be many more that I'll have to look forward to reading. That's how that works, right? I'm going to go through them. Some of them I already have. Some of them are pre-owned. They're not pre-owned. Some are pre-ordered. That's what I was trying to say. Some are also on my Kindle, and some are, well, some just need to be bought, basically. Actually, they don't need to be pre-ordered, they just need to be bought. So we're just going to go through it. Hope you enjoy, get a cup of tea. Don't know how long this video is going to be, hopefully not too long, because I'm not going to have much to say about the books because I have not read them. So we'll just see how it goes. First things first, this isn't necessarily on my list, but I just want to mention Throne of Glass. I'm currently reading Throne of Glass. And I haven't included it in my list because I feel like I'm already halfway through the series. I'm already reading Queen of Shadows. I've got it here with me. So I'm already on this book, so I haven't included this series as part of my 2024 looking forward to read. But I am looking forward to these ones, just so you know, but they're not officially on my list, even though I am looking forward to reading them. But I read the first two in the back end of 2023, so I was like, I don't know, can I add that into this year? And I decided not to because I have 24 others that I can talk about anyway. So the first book that I am looking forward to reading in 2024 is most certainly House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Now, the date of me recording this video is the 25th of January, so it's only a few more days until it is released. I do have it on pre-order. I should have the Waterstones exclusive edition coming as well, so I'm so excited for that to arrive at my door. Obviously, I'm only on Queen of Shadow, so the chance of me finishing all of this before Flame of Shadow arrives is not going to happen. But I do plan on finishing Throne of Glass before I pick it up. So I am going to be a bit behind everyone finishing it. I'm sure people are going to be finished reading it on the day that it arrives, but that's not going to be me, unfortunately. But I am looking forward to picking that one up. Now, the next one I do actually have, I've got a pile of the books next to me, so just bear with me while I find it. And that is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I've had this on my shelf for maybe 6 months now, and I still haven't picked it up. Last year, I tried to do a lot of picking my reads on, I use a TBR jar, or no, not a TBR jar, a prompts jar. Tried to use prompts, tried to have themes, and I've realised I didn't enjoy a lot of the reading that I could have done because I discovered I'm very much a mood reader. And last year I tried not to be a mood reader and it didn't work for me. So this is another thing that I'm going to work with this year, is just picking up what I want to read. And if I feel like I want to read it, then I'm going to. If I don't, doesn't matter. It doesn't mean I won't get around to it. I'm just not feeling it at that point. But yeah, a lot of the books that I have next to me are books I think I'm going to absolutely love. And I'm going to really enjoy this year of reading, I think. So there we go. So Powerless, looking forward to that one. I know she's got 2 more already on pre-order this year. I think one is in, I want to say April, and one in July, I think. I was looking at a lot of books last night, so I could be getting that wrong. So I really need to read this because if I like it, I really want to pre-order the exclusive editions because I always miss out on it getting the exclusives. from Waterstones and such. So I want to make sure I try and get it this time. I need to read this ASAP so I can pre-order, but hopefully pre-order the next ones because it's going to be really, really good. The next book I'm looking forward to reading, and I've been wanting to read a book by this author for a very, very long time, and it is Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've been, wanted to read her books for so long. I do actually have one of the books from her other series on my TBR, so hopefully towards the end of the year, or maybe around my birthday, I can ask for it and then I can read it. But I'm going to start with this one because I do have it. Heard great stuff, people are loving it. It's not too big either, that's quite nice. Well, I know it's big in height but not thick. Heard good things, heard she's a really good writer, so I want to give it a go. I like to try and find new authors because growing up I had a very, very niche, small amount of authors that I would read, whereas now I feel like there are so many that I want to read and I need to do it. So I'm going to start with this one and see how it goes. I can't wait. I really want to do like a 24-hour reading challenge as well, so some of these could be part of that. I just need to figure out when I'm going to do that. I need to do it, sorry, I need a tissue. Oh, so yeah, a 24-hour readathon. Is that what they call them? Reading challenge? I don't know. I need to find maybe a UK holiday like Easter or something, try and do it over that and then see what I can read in that time. But I don't know, maybe I'll start with a 12-hour one as opposed to a 24-hour one and work my way up to it, but we'll see. So looking forward to that. What's my next one? Oh, this one is actually on my Kindle. I think I've got it already up, and that is, if you can see, sorry about the glare there, there's nothing I can do. There we go. Bridge Kingdom by Dannii-Ellie Jensen. My fiance has just finished reading all of these. Well, he listened to them on Audible actually, and he was raving pretty much about them. I've never seen him so excited about a book and wanting me to read it. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've had it on my Kindle for a long, long time. I've had it on my Kindle way before he started listening to it, and I just haven't picked it up yet. So I really need to. I need to pick it up and see what it's all about. Like, as I say, he was really enjoying it, and he was trying not to give me any spoilers, but he was just trying to let me know how much he was enjoying it and how much I was going to love it. So I need to get to it. I did tell him I'll read it after I finish Throne of Glass and read House of Flame and Shadows, so we'll see. I will definitely get round to it though. I can't wait to read that. Number 5, I also have on my Kindle, and that is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I have read a couple of books by her. What was they called? They were the Daughter of No Worlds, that series. I read that series last year and I did enjoy them. I believe I rated them about 4.5, 4.75, somewhere around there. But I heard that this one is even better and I really need to read it, and it's vampires. I haven't read anything about vampires since I was a teenager, and I'm very much into the Fae right now. But I'm not opposed to going back and reading about vampires and see what it's about. So I'm really looking forward to that one. I just need to pick these things up. I've also had that book on my Kindle since I bought my Kindle, because they were doing an offer. If you spent so much, you got £5 credit, I think, for ordering more Kindle books. And I still haven't read it. And that's been over 6 months. So I really need to do that. So number 5 is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Number 6, I'm looking forward to, I'm going to keep saying that, aren't I, for every single one, I'll try not to, is Guild by Raven Kennedy, the Plated Prisoner series. A lot of people are really raving about this, especially because is it the 5th one has just come out or is coming out? And I haven't read this one yet. It's the only one I have. I bought it on secondhand on Vinted, and I just like how floppy it is. But yeah, I don't know too much about it. A lot of these books I tried not to look into what they're about too much, just get a bit of a vibe to see if I was going to like it. Usually I go on, if you like this book, you will probably like this book. That's usually where I get my picks from, because I trust people. I trust readers that they are going to give me good recommendations, especially people that I seem to follow that do have a lot of the books that I read and love the ones that I love. It really helps, and this was definitely one of them. It just popped up everywhere and I was like, I need to get that. So Guild, I need to pick that up very, very soon. Tea break. What was that? What was number 6? So we're only 6 through and I've got 24. I need to get a crack on. Now, number 7. I bought this book on Vinted as well, although I feel like it's never been read. I think someone's bought this but just never picked it up and has sold it on, because there's no breakage in the spine, there's no crease in the front of the book like there is if you look at my Queen of Shadows. I don't know if you can tell, you can see a bit of a groove where I've opened it. This one doesn't have it, so I think I looked out, but it's These Hollow Vows. Again, another book that was, if you like this book, you will like this one. I don't know anything about it. I tried not to, again, read much about it. I believe it's just a book of two. I can't remember what the second one's called, but I'm going to see if I like this one. Never read anything by Lexi Ryan. A lot of these authors I've never read. Some of them I have, but not many. So I'm trying to widen the authors that I like and want to read. Yeah, These Hollow Vows. Let's see what it's all about. I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be great. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know and what you thought, but don't give me any spoilers. No spoilers. I try to be a spoiler-free channel as of yet, but there might be a couple of videos in the future that I might want to be a bit spoilery. Just have a chat, so I will mention it. But don't spoil it for me, please. Just give me your ratings. That'd be great. The next one is also on my Kindle, and that is Divine Rivals. This one I'm not too sure about if I'm going to enjoy. I don't know why. Something about it makes me think, am I going to enjoy that? Everyone loves it, so I'm sure I'm going to love it too. And when it was on Kindle, I think it was on like a 99p offer or something like that. I was like, do you know what? Just do it. Just buy it. You might really enjoy it. And then if I do, in the future, I will probably purchase it and put it on my shelf. So I've got like the physical copy. I do prefer physical copies to ebooks, but sometimes an ebook tends to be a little bit better, a little bit cheaper for me. Like I say, I'm trying to save some money at the moment to plan for a wedding. So I'm gonna give that one a go and let's see. I think it's like a historical fantasy. I'm not too sure. I'm sure that is, but we'll see. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. So it's gonna be fine. Picking up the book. What's the next one? The next one. This one is a recent purchase. I'm blaming Ross for this, my fiance, because he was the one that was like, just buy it. Do you want to have a look in here? Go buy it. Didn't expect to actually find this. So this was the Works purchase because it was only £5. My friend had actually messaged to say that she's picking up, well, it was, I don't know if it's, well, we're still in January, so I think it still is. It's the book of the month at Waterstones. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll give that a go and we can kind of do a buddy read. But I was like, I really shouldn't buy it. And then I went to the Works and they had it for £5 and I was like, okay, maybe I will. And that's Godkiller. This one has been on my radar for a very, very long time. And I don't know why I just never picked it up. Something told me that I'm not going to like it. The cover is just stunning. It's so pretty, and my friend's actually finished reading this because she just obviously started picking this up, but I was still reading these ones. But I think she enjoyed it, so I mean, I've read the back, and it does sound interesting, especially because kind of gives me almost Throne of Glass vibes, if you know what I mean. Woman on a mission to kill something. I mean, a lot of books are like that. I don't know. It's not a big book as well, which I quite like. How many pages is this? Oh, it's less than 300 pages. So that's actually quite a nice light read. And 290, that's actually really good. I've been reading a lot of bigger books recently. So this might be a really nice filler, and it might be a little bit out of what I normally read, but that might open me up to, again, more authors. So this is by Hannah, I can't read it, Kana. We'll give it a go. But the cover is just, it's just so pretty. I just can't get over it. For a paperback, that's stunning. Number 9, I don't have this book yet. I know it is out, but I refuse to purchase this book until it is out in paperback because I have books 1 and 2 in paperback. I do not want book 3 and the last book, I think it's going to be the last book, in hardback because no, that's just wrong. Shouldn't do that. I hate it when they do that. And that is A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. I'm desperate to finish this series off, but I, like I say, refuse to purchase it in a hardback when I have the paperbacks. They all need to match. I have had this happen in the past before when I was younger and I didn't really care so much, but I don't want to do that now. I want to try and stick to, if I purchase the first one in hardback, I need to purchase the rest in hardback. If I get the first in paperback, the rest need to be in paperback. So I'm just going to wait. Basically, just going to wait for that to hopefully come out this year in paperback. Why can't they just release both? at once, and then you get to choose which one you want, because people are going to buy whichever one. There's a lot of us that prefer to stick to paperback or hardback. Please give me the paperback because I don't want to wait any longer. So I'm looking forward to that one anyway. We're on number 11. Yes, another Kindle book that I have, and that is Of Mist and Shadow by Jenna Wolfhart. I read Forged by Magic the back end of last year, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was such a cute, sorry, I've got hiccups. Oh, there we go. Such a cute story, and I really enjoyed her writing. And Of Mist and Shadow, I can't remember what the series is called, Mist King, something like that series. I've had my eye on that for a long time, and I was like, right. And Forged by Magic was on Kindle Unlimited when I had it, so I was like, oh, let's give this a go, see if I like this author. Turns out I do. So that is my book 12. Number 13 is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This is a new book to me, but I keep seeing people talk about it, and I keep seeing people rave about it, and I'm a sucker for FOMO. I don't want to be left out, so I want to read it and see if I enjoy it. Is it a YA? I think it's a YA. Like I said, I've not even really looked into it. Again, a lot of the people that I see talk about it are people that read the same sort of books that I like, and I trust their opinion, so I want to give it a go and see if I like it. But I don't have that book yet, so this might be a future purchase after the wedding, or I do have a few Waterstones pennies that I could use on my card. Maybe I'll do a book haul at some point, but we'll see. But that is one that I do want to get at some point this year. The next one is Six Crimson Cranes. Beautiful cover. A lot of people were talking about this last year. So when I saw this one, I think it was on a deal, buy one get one half price, something like that. I can't remember what it was exactly. And when it was the Waterstones exclusive edition with the sprayed edges, I was like, I've got to get it. It's just so pretty. People keep talking about it. I've never read anything by Elizabeth Lim, but I am interested in the sort of Asian folktale mythology stories, and because I read a couple last year of by different authors, and I really enjoyed them, like The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea and Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Really enjoyed them, so I was like, I think I'm going to enjoy this one as well, because I enjoyed those ones, and this I think is a similar vibe. I did buy both books because yeah, I couldn't help it. The covers were just so pretty, and I was like, I need them on my shelf. Looking forward to that one. After that, I'm looking forward to another Kindle book that I have, and that is King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. Again, I've had this on my Kindle for a long time. I've heard people I don't know, is this the one where people either love it or hate it? I can't remember. But I kept hearing positive things about it, and a lot of people recommending it. If you liked XYZ, get this book. So I did, because again, it was another on offer book. So when they go on offer, you kind of got to get them, haven't you? Just got to get in there and just go boom, because it's that like little treat, especially if you're on like a book buying ban or you're trying not to purchase so many. You can kind of justify 99p or £2 on a new book, right? That's how I work. Number 16, also another Kindle book, and that's Deal with the Elf King. I kept seeing this in Waterstones, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I have that on my Kindle, and turns out I did, so I'm glad I didn't purchase it. By Elise Cover. I heard good things about this author again. People seem to like her books. I don't see much about her, but what I have seen has been good. So I wanted to pick it up, see what it's like, see what it's about. I believe it's another book that my fiance almost put on his Audible. I kept trying to like nudge him into purchasing it, but I don't know if I convinced him yet. He's got credits that he doesn't know what to do with. I know she's got quite a lot of different series, and I can't remember what series this one is. Could be interesting. Obviously it's got an elf king in it. I think it's got romance, fantasy. Anything with romance and fantasy, I'm in, I'm sold. That's pretty much what a lot of these books are. So if you know any more romantasy books, send them my way. I'm a sucker for them. After that, Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. Another Kindle book I have. I've had that one on there for a long time. Again, another one I've not heard much about, but I have been seeing every now and then on people enjoying. So I thought I'd give it a go. Another one I believe I got on a deal. I really do try to get a lot of books on deals if I can. Do also want to support authors as much as I can as well. So I think every little bit helps, doesn't it? We're all trying to watch the pennies nowadays. So if you still support an author, I'm sure they are thankful. Again, not too sure what it's about, but I think it's romance and fantasy. Definitely fantasy. So I'm sold. Again, it's my jam. It's what I like to read. I'm going to give it a go. I've got Kingdom of the Wicked. I think this is a bit spicy. I know some of the ones I've already mentioned have a bit of spicy romance in them. I've had this for a long time as well. Good 6, 7, maybe 5 months actually. Good few months anyway. Still not picked it up because I wasn't mood reading last year. I'm going to mood read this year. I don't know. 2 Sisters, 1 Murder, A Quest for Vengeance that will unleash hell itself. There you go, that kind of sums that up. Naturally, I have all 3 books on this one. I wasn't a good girl with this. I did buy this secondhand and the second book actually, and then I purchased the 3rd book brand new. But let's see, I think I'm going to enjoy this one as well. It's by Kerry Maniscalco. Oh, I keep forgetting there's an extra C there. Kerry Maniscalco. I think that's how you say your name. People love it, from what I hear. And I'm sure I will. It's got Chloe Gong, Luscious and Dark, Delicious and Intoxicating by Elizabeth Lim. So authors I've heard about, not necessarily read books about. I do have a Chloe Gong book though. I want to see what this is about. I can't wait to pick that one up. It's very dark. Might be very spicy because of the cover, I don't know. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. Number 19, I haven't purchased this book. I don't own this book. And that is Hurricane Wars by Tia. I think it's Tia Guanzon. I think that's how you say the surname. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these authors' names. Some of them are very, very hard for me to say. People are loving this one again, and the book cover is, again, a stunning cover. I tried to read a little synopsis of it without trying to read too much of the synopsis, and it seems like it was something I was going to enjoy. So I have been seeing it when I've been going to shops, but I've not purchased it yet. The ones I haven't purchased are going to be after the wedding purchase, because I should have enough books to get me up until July. No problem, because a lot of them are series, and I do have most of them. I do have the whole series, so I should be okay. Excuse me. So we'll see how we get on with that. Now the next one is something I do need to get on pre-order. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, and I still, to this day, I've never heard anyone talk about this book since I've read it. Now I've got the first book in my hand, and I'm going to show you so then you know sort of what you need to read. I really want people to pick this book up. Don't go by Goodreads, because I looked on there just because I hadn't heard about this. And people were like, oh, I didn't like the writing, this was too quick, blah, blah, blah. But it was in an offer at Waterstones. And I was like, no, I'm going to give it a go. I was sold because it's very floppy. But I was like, no, I want to give it a go. I couldn't find another book, because there was one book I picked up and I was like, no, I do want this one. Let me pick a second one for the offer. And I couldn't find one, and I found this and I was like, I'll give it a go. I actually loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I do need to have either reread or something just in prep for when the second one comes out. I liked it, I really did. And it's Chaos and Flame by Tessa Gratton and Justina Ireland. That was it. Look at that. I mean, if you like a floppy book, it's a floppy book, and it's a nice sprayed edged book as well. I enjoyed it, and I believe the next one's called Blood and Fury. That's what the second one's going to be called. I need to pre-order it. When's that one out? I think May. I think it's out in May. I need to get it because I really enjoyed this. It's about, you follow a character called Darling, and there's another character called Talon Goldhoard, High Prince Caspian. I really can't remember what it's about. She wants, so, okay, it's basically wanting revenge on another house, and she sort of infiltrates them and stuff. I don't want to give too much away. You need to pick this up. Just pick it up. It is really, really good. I enjoyed this a lot. I need more people to be talking about it. I obviously need to reread it because I can't remember much about it other than I really liked it. Please, if you've not read it already, pick Chaos and Flame up. Tessa Gratton, Justina Ireland, loved it. I'm ready for Blood and Fury. I want to say it was May, so I think it's in May. Number 21 Now this one is a spicy book. I know it's a spicy book. My mum has read the whole series. She enjoyed it. The 4th book is due to come out very, very soon as well. I think in a couple of months. Don't remember when. And she liked it. We have very similar tastes. So I want to give it a go. And that is What Lies Beyond the Veil by Harper L. Woods, the Flesh and Bone series. I think the only thing my mum struggled with was trying to say all the names. But she does struggle with a lot of fantasy names. Some of them can be quite difficult actually. But she liked this. I know it's Fae again, which I do, as I mentioned earlier, I do like Fae stories. I can't wait to give this a go. I feel like I'm going to be blushing through it, I think. We're all adults, hopefully. We're all adults here. So we'll give it a go. If you have read it, let me know. I think I have seen a few people didn't like it, but you're going to get that with a lot of these books, I think. Like I say, this one, I saw a lot of not great ratings, but I loved it. We'll see. We'll see. We're almost at the end though. Next one is on the Kindle, and that is Frost by C.N. Crawford. I read a couple of her books last year. Court of Night, Court of Darkness, there was 4 or 5 of them. I can't remember what they were all called. That series anyway. And I flew through those books. So I do know I like her as an author. And Frost and Ambrosia, I believe the second one's called. I do have both on my Kindle. I had seen more about, people talk about more with those ones than the series I originally read. And again, really good stuff. So I think I'm going to like that one. We'll give it a go. I do need to make sure I keep a tracker in my, I've got my book journal just there, tracking all these books as I read them as well and write down what I like about them. That's one thing I'm really bad at doing, is writing down what I liked, because I'm just so into the book I forget to stop and write things because I just want to know what happens next. But I'm also one of those people that once I've finished, most of the bits I enjoyed just disappear out my head. I don't know why, but I know I really enjoyed the book. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of people do have this problem, or 2-3 days after you've read it, you don't remember why you really loved it, but you know you loved it. Please let me know if you have that problem, because I do. I remember reading book before this one, Air of Fire, and reading a particular quote and thinking, I need to remember that so I can write it down, because I read it when I was at my mum's, so I didn't have my journal with me. By the time I finished the book or got home, I couldn't remember what the quote was and I couldn't find it, so I could put it in my journal. So that's how bad it is for my memory and remembering why I liked a book. But I can't wait to read those. I think they're going to be great. Song of the Marked by S.M. Gaither. I have that on my Kindle, had it on there for a long time, keep seeing it in Waterstones, but I already had it on my Kindle, so I didn't buy it in Waterstones. And yeah, I don't know much about that one either, other than people were recommending it. If you liked a book, you might like this one. So I was like, okay, let's get it. Again, I believe it was on a deal, so I got that one. And I can't wait to read it, can't wait to pick it up. And finally, we've made it to the end. I want to read Blood and Ash, From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So I mentioned earlier when I was talking about her book that I did want to read one of her other series. I've been wanting to read From Blood and Ash for a long, long time. I just need to put it on my birthday list, I think. Birthday wish list, Christmas wish list, whichever, so that someone else can buy it for me and I can read it, because everyone raves about that series and I need to read it. Basically, I think I'm going to enjoy it, just like all of these other books I've mentioned today, which is why they're on my 24 reads for 2024. I need to get reading, So I think we're going to leave it there, guys. I've ranted and raved and spoken for a long, long time. Rambled is the word I wanted. Ranted, raved and rambled for a long time. I'm going to try and cut this down as much as I can so it's not too long. But do let me know if you've read any of these, your ratings. If there's any on here that you haven't read or haven't heard of but you want to read them, let me know. Sorry I didn't give you too much information about what each book is about. Like I say, I don't know necessarily, because I don't want to know until I pick up the book and start reading it, because I don't want spoilers. I feel like when you read the back you can get a good sense of what might happen, so I try not to do it too much unless I'm very unsure if I want to pick the book up. But I've been trusting, as I say, a lot of readers on BookTube, BookTalk, Bookstagram, and what they think based on what they previously read. Do I like that sort of stuff as well? Yes, let's go for it. Let me know. And hopefully I will be bringing out more content very, very soon. I'm trying to work my way up onto doing more kind of vloggy videos, going out and about, but I'm still very shy and very nervous, very scared to talk to my camera in the public, or my phone in this case, which I could probably get away with. Most people talk to their phone, so I shouldn't be so shy, but I'm still really shy. But I'll try and work up to it and try and make some more vloggy stuff. Otherwise it's always sit down videos with me at the moment, but that's fine. Do follow me on TikTok though. I have been trying to post a little bit more content on there. Again, it's not very often, but I'm trying to get better. And I've got a new Bookstagram as well. Is that what you call it? I'm sure it's Bookstagram. So I will link that below. But please like, comment, and give us a follow. That's the order, right? Follow, like, follow, comment. Do all the things. If you like what I'm doing here. I'm really trying to be just a bit more laid back, a bit more me, not worry so much with these videos. This is why it's taken me 3 attempts, because I keep overthinking what I'm doing and I just need to do it. I need to record these videos for me at the end of the day. So do like and follow, give me some support if you want to, and do comment any books that you've read or want to read, and recommendations. So until next time guys, happy reading, and I'll see you soon. Bye!